February market update. Hi, I'm Amber Coleman with Guild Mortgage, and we have gone for a roller coaster ride this month, okay? So in February, what's happening right now is inflation is the top of all subjects. So what happened recently is a report came out that said inflation has hit its highest level in 40 years. So since 1982. So what inflation does is the way that to curb inflation is to raise rates. When COVID happened, what happened is the feds went in and they dumped a lot of money into mortgage-backed securities to keep the rates lower, and that stimulated the economy through the housing market. So now that inflation has taken off and is at a crazy high number that nobody likes to see, and we're all feeling it in our pocketbooks, right? The cost of gas is higher, food's higher, housing's higher, energy's higher, everything is pretty much higher right now. And that's what inflation is. So the way to stop that or to curb that or to control it a little bit is the feds have got to do the opposite of what they did during COVID to stimulate the economy. They've got to raise the rates. So what's happening is they're pulling back from mortgage-backed security, and the base fund rate, which has been zero for a very long time, they're talking about 4 rate hikes before July, which means that our market's going to go a little bit, not even so many downs, it's going to go like up like that. So we have to be careful when we're locking in rates. And this is all started in February. It all kind of did start in January, but when February started, it just kind of went crazy with inflation. The other top subject that can affect the interest rates is what's happening in Ukraine. So whenever there's things that are unstable like that, then we do have a little bit of instability in the markets. And typically what that would do is we'd see a little bit of a downward spiral when that kind of stuff happens, but inflation's been taking over lately. So it's something that day to day, if you're looking to lock in a rate, if you're looking at buying in a house, it's going to change day to day. So it's something that, we need to be really on top of it, watching your file and seeing when's the best time to lock in. So basically, February market update is the rates are kind of going like this right now. As far as houses are concerned, and I'm looking more in like the Las Vegas area, this last week, there was less than 1,800 single family homes on the market, which is where it was at the height when everything was selling pretty crazy. So on top of having rates that are fluctuating quite a bit, there's not a lot of inventory on the market. So when you're going out and you're looking at buying a house, expect to come in with more money than what the house would appraise for on the house front. I don't want to scare you too much with the rates, because what usually happens when the rates tend to go upwards is if you've struggled with buying a house and you're trying to get into a house and you can't find one, you're putting offer after offer in on a house and you're just not getting it. Typically, when you see the rates go like this, then people will start backing off, so then you're not having to fight so much competition. Right, we haven't seen that yet, but that's kind of what I'm expecting to happen in the future, is that there won't be as much competition out there unless people just don't care about where rates are. Also, keep in mind too, the rates are always going to go like this. Like, look at the history of interest rates. So don't let it scare you that right now we're on a climb on the interest rates, because the minute something happens and they start dipping back down, if you own a house, you just refinance it. So like if you have to buy when it's high and you have to lock in when it's high, don't fear, because you can go back and look at the history of everything, and rates are always going up and down and up and down. So at that point, then you can look at refinancing. That's why it's important to consistently watch the market. So when you see things going downward, news is released that causes rates to go downward, then you can just go in and refinance. Anyway, I hope this was informational for you. If you have any questions, I'm going to leave my information right on the screen. Feel free to reach out to me anytime. I'm happy to go through your individual needs as far as buying a house and see what it takes to get you into your dream house. Thank you.